I started this service on Buy Me a Coffee. Hey guys, so today is the 7th of September 2024, which marks 7 years of me living in Japan. I've been wanting to make this video for a while because I knew the 7th anniversary was coming up. I wasn't sure exactly what to talk about. I initially thought talking about like lessons I've learned along the way, but I honestly don't think I've learned enough things to be able to make a whole video on it. But I actually talked about this a little bit in one of my videos when I talked about Saturn return. Something that I'm learning is this lesson that has been very prominent in the time I've been in Japan, is that you really cannot compromise with people. The more you try to push away what exactly you want and try to please people, especially family. With me, this is like my personal thing, but like people who are closest to you are the ones that, for me personally, give me the most feeling of wanting to, you know, please them, because they are your family and they are important and, you know, chose them for a reason. Yeah, I'm really learning to not sacrifice my choices and decisions based on their thinking and their feeling. Even if they say like, I'm thinking of what's best for you, like they're thinking from their perspective. Even if they are trying to think what's best for you, they're thinking from what they know and their experiences. They don't know what you went through or what your values are or what your thought processes are. And I'm realizing there's like a huge difference between thinking about somebody and, you know, being what's the word? It's like, I'm actually gonna ask my guides because I want to be very accurate with this. Okay, what I got is there's a difference between thinking for somebody and putting yourself in their shoes. So I'm really realizing, like, actually there are things that even if you think that something's best for somebody, it's not necessarily the best thing. It's only the best thing because from your perspective it might look good. You don't know what their soul contract is, you don't know what their soul wants, you don't know what they came to learn on this planet. So you can't, it's like, in a way, what you're doing by trying to save somebody is that you are robbing them of their own experience, their own life experience. So I feel like that's a theme that's been coming up multiple times in my life now that I think about it. Like people try to save you because from their perspective something that you're doing or something that you've decided doesn't sound good or doesn't look good, but that's their perspective. They're looking from the outside, right? They're not in here. We have to always follow our hearts, and when we do, good things happen. I'm like the biggest example of that. Every time I've listened to myself, even if it was at the detriment of being understood, I've always got exactly what I wanted. Even when I was moving to Japan, there were people who weren't on board at the beginning until the day that I was leaving, because it was the day that I was taking the flight to Japan. So that's just one example, but like every time I've followed my own heart and my own feelings, I've gotten it right. And I'm thinking of it like the universe is giving me like a test, kind of examples where I had the opportunity to not listen to my heart and to just do whatever I was told. But whenever I did, I didn't feel good. And I do that sometimes still, but it's getting way less than it used to be, so I'm very proud of myself for that. So yeah, like that's just been something that I'm learning as of being in Japan, because up to that point I was very just doing whatever I was told, and then when I decided not to do that, that was when I realized like actually life is amazing, because we are the artists of our lives, you know? You are the artist of your own life. You're the creator of your own life. And maybe that sounds very fairy tale-ish and not very real. Everything is created by your own thoughts and actions. And something that's really interesting is like your brain cannot tell the difference between fantasy and reality. So if you think you're happy, then you are happy, you know, because your brain produces those chemicals. So think the happy thoughts in a nutshell and do the things that make you happy. And that sounds so cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason, you know? You're here on this planet just like everybody else, and you have the right to have a great life like everybody else. I mean, if you're watching this video and if you resonate with my channel, then I'm sure that you get it. Like, that is hard to like not people please, but I've learned over the 7 years you really cannot keep living trying to be something else or do something else, you know, that doesn't resonate with who you are. I feel like that was the biggest lesson, honestly, and I feel like I'm talking about this like in every other video, but it's just how I feel. And I think what we can do in those times where our loved ones tell us like what they think we should do is that I think we could just be grateful for the fact that they are thinking of us. But thank you, but no thank you, you know? And you don't have to say no thank you even. You just be like, thank you for thinking of me, or thank you for worrying about me, and then just move on. Like, you don't have to take it super seriously, because ultimately it's your own life. You are the creator of your own life. You're the artist of your life, and no one can take that away from you. So do things that align with your heart, honestly. And 7 years, I guess. Maybe not 7 years on YouTube, but thank you to me. I'm just joking, but I'm very pleased with who I've become, honestly, and I have way more still to learn. As long as I'm living, I still have many things to learn, but for now I've been through so much in life. But also, like, since I moved to Japan, I've changed jobs and I've finally found a job that really suits who I am and my lifestyle and my values, so I'm very grateful for that. And but to get here, I've had so many bad experiences with other jobs, and I feel like we're living life trying to discover who we actually are and become the truest version of ourselves. I feel like that's what we are doing. Like, I feel like we're all doing that here, like, on this planet. So let's stick together, guys. And if you like what I have to say, then please feel free to subscribe or comment or like or whatever. It's totally up to you. And oh, by the way, I started this service on Buy Me a Coffee, where I give you like a 40-minute call and we can talk about stuff. So if you feel like talking with me and just chilling and healing together, because I'm as wounded as you are, I'm sure. Let's create this community of supportive friends, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of this. It's something, you know, this thing that I'm doing, like, because I've wanted to help people more, like, actually help. Yeah, maybe this YouTube channel is helping, but I want to do more, you know? I want to be of service, honestly. Take care, you guys, and look forward to future content. Happy 7th anniversary to me, and thank you so much for everything, literally.